Alright guys, welcome back. This is a little different video today, but pretty interesting one because we just had a similar situation just this week on another Unimog, but a much larger Mercedes style. So this right here was a Volvo Unimog style vehicle. Pretty cool, had the military camo. Pretty sure this would have come from another country, but we did have the right paperwork, we had the right title, all the good stuff for Virginia. I don't remember if it started life with us as a purchase or a consignment, exactly how we got it. But if you've been to our website, you'll see basically all of our information is pretty thorough. And then we do have a description. So in the description on this one, it says it's sold to a customer in Ventura, California, which is proper. That's where he was from. 1974 Volvo TGB2 Unimog style military vehicle. Unit does start and run, but it's been sitting for an extended period of time. It's got new BF Goodrich tires, etc., etc. Then it ends once again by re-emphasizing it does start and run and operate, meaning it moves around our parking lot, but it has been doing some sitting. It's probably going to require some maintenance due to its sitting, and that depending on how long you need to drive it or for your travel purposes, you need to check it out. So anyway, customer calls. He's already read all this. He's from California. He says, hey, this is exactly what I've been looking for. Looking for an adventure. I think that's what I want. What do you think? I'm like, exactly as it says. Hey, it's a cool truck. It starts and runs. It actually was during the period of us doing our construction across the street, and it had gotten parked over in the corner of one of our warehouses and literally got blocked in with construction. So not only did it sit prior to us getting it, it sat while we had it. He said, look, I really do want it. I think he wired us the money. And that was all we heard. So lo and behold, I think it was a Monday morning. Customer shows up. He says, hey, you know, I'm the one that bought the Volvo Unimog, and I'm here to pick it up. So we're like, okay, cool. Where's your trailer or, you know, transporter or what's up? And he says, no, I'm going to drive it. And we said, what? To California? We thought he was joking. He was a pretty cool guy. He was like, yeah. He said, I flew here, I got an Uber, I'm gonna drive it home. So lo and behold, we go across the street, we get it out, it starts, runs, drives, and we're like, look, you know, this is really all we know. But we do have a great service shop down the street. We called, made an exception, said, hey, this guy's here from California. He might want to do some full service, I don't know. He said, look, I'm gonna make an adventure out of it. So we refer him down the street, he shows up, they write his ticket up, and an hour later, he's gone. I asked the shop, how did it check out? They're like, we don't know, he left. So he was so impatient, he didn't even wait for them to check it, change the oil, do anything. You know, we'd done our due diligence, but still, you know, it would have been nice to have done a little bit more with the truck. So anyway, we don't hear from him for a couple days, and we finally hear from him. He's halfway across the country and going fine. And then we said, well, hey, keep us in touch on everything. So he was calling daily, and he made it back to California. The other thing we forgot to mention about this truck was it didn't run but about 50 miles per hour max speed because of the low gear ratio that it has. Might have gone 55, I don't know. So he made it all the way home on back roads with no issues. It's crazy. We would not have wanted to drive it to another state. And, you know, we even said at the end when we talked to him, and I was pretty blunt, I was like, man, you really had some guts to do that. And he was like, well, you know, if I made a couple states, he said, I got AAA or whatever. He said I'd get it towed somewhere safe and then I'd transport it home. He said it was part of the adventure. So what brought this back up was exact same scenario. We had a Unimog Mercedes huge 500 series. You can look on the website or we'll try to drop a picture in right here. It's a monster. Same exact deal. It had sat prior to us in a private collection, came to us, sat with us because we were going to actually make this into a project ourselves. And then finally somebody came along and said, I gotta have it. It's one of two in the country for sale and I want yours. He flew in, or drove in, I guess, on some trip traveling, and he's headed back to Colorado and he's almost home. He's had a couple little glitches along the way, you know, had to figure out how to put oil in it and, you know, check the fluids, which was a nightmare because it's a cab over. A couple of little glitches, but very, very minor things. And the good news with his was he didn't have any other choice. You could hardly transport it. It was so big. I think it measured almost 14 feet sitting on the ground with the box on the back. So he didn't really have a transportation option. So driving it was pretty much his only cure. But two weird stories with these Unimog style vehicles. And Again, our description is usually pretty spot on, so if you guys are not on our website, just click davisautosales.com or davis4x4.com. Click on here, go to inventory. You can view all of our inventory. Typically, we've got 250 to 300 vehicles in stock. Each one of them has a description. Most of the descriptions are written by me, pretty thorough ones. Everything has a price, everything has mileage, everything has a full description, and everything should have lots of pictures. 36 photos on this particular one. This one here, 49 photos and a video. If you want to click the video, you're watching, YouTube currently. You can watch it on YouTube right here too. Each vehicle should have a video posted. They may be on this channel or they may be on our other channel, just depending on what they are and what they're about. We don't try to clutter each channel with nonsense that you may not want to see. But aside from that, everything's there. Pictures, videos, details, and that's 2 cool stories for you guys. Thanks for watching today. Davis Drives.